Hello and welcome to your full moon reading. This will be for the full moon on June 24th. We have a full moon, it's actually a super moon in Capricorn, okay? So this is going to be a tarot reading. This will be more psychic imprint predictions that I'm picking up on using the cards. However, it's not an astrology reading. There might be some astrological events I might throw in with the reading if I'm feeling called to as the reading comes about, but I'm just going to kind of let spirit take over and we'll see what comes out, okay? All right, so let's jump into the reading and see what's going on. Okay, all right, we had one flip, okay, and one jump, perfect. Okay, I love it. Okay, so we have purity along with protection. The protection card, I'm feeling a lot of lack energy around. It feels like maybe some of you don't feel you're protected, don't feel that people are there for you. However, there is also a call to make sure you're protecting your energy a little bit more now. It feels like, especially those that are empathic and very sensitive, like if you could feel the energies of the moon, maybe you start to feel things shift a few days before, even a few days after, you're still kind of, okay, you just kind of feel off, right? Or all over the place, starting to feel a little crazy, real sensitive. Maybe you're getting lightheaded or dizzy or sleeping a lot or waking up at all hours and not getting any sleep. Whoever your sensitivity is, we all resonate different, right? So we're all going to vibrate different to the moon energies, but you know, the moon affects the tide, so it definitely affects us. So there is a need to protect your energy and like protect your empath side. Maybe set some boundaries so you aren't around, if you have to be around people that are a little bit more soul-sucking, those energy vampires that are just, they complain and they're just always miserable, it's always woe is me, whatever the situation is. If you have to be there around them for some reason, make sure you're protecting your energy, okay? The purity to me, and I'm going to grab a couple clarifiers, is the ending of a cycle. So this month, and even this moon cycle, listen, we just got out of eclipse season, we're still kind of in it, like wrapping it up, right? It was heavy. There was a lot of things going on, and I mean, those are heavier times, so that's how the real transformation comes, because when we dive deep, do the real work, do the shadow work, face those parts of ourselves that maybe we don't want to, maybe we run from, maybe they scare us, whatever it is, and we don't push it down, we don't ignore it, and don't avoid it. When the energies test us and challenge us, we can transmute it into some kind of lightness and some kind of happiness. That's when the real change and transformation comes. So that's what it feels like with the purity. So maybe the last few weeks, maybe the last month or so, 4 to 6 weeks, things have been a little bit more challenging. Maybe your patience is being tested. Might be flying up the handle, but emotions running higher than usual. So this is completing that. However, it's also renewing that within you, because we're gonna pull a clarifier because I want to get a couple more cards. Okay, so we got 2 jumping out. Okay, so we got 8 of Wands and we got the Emperor. Okay, really standing in your truth, knowing what you want and knowing what you deserve, standing up for yourself. Maybe you need to go have some conversations for closure. Like I said, things are coming, full moons are completion, right? Things are being illuminated. However, it feels like the closing of a chapter, a cycle, and now is the time with the 8 of Wands, which I'm feeling, to face this, to deal with this, maybe to have some tougher conversations. Or maybe it's just the inner work you're doing. Maybe it's really time to do that shadow work that you've been putting off, you know? And maybe you let the emotions get the better of you. But now it's time to face them, be gentle with yourself, and not run from it, okay? Let's see if we can get a couple more on this, and then we'll pull a couple more oracle, see what else is going on. Okay, because we actually have a lot going on. So yeah, this is the full moon, and it is a super moon. So a super moon just means that it's the closest to the earth, so you're going to feel it more than the other moons. We have a few over a year, however this is one of them, so you might be extra sensitive right now, okay? Just the super moon energy. These are actually great transformation times. This is great to work with the energies. I always say work with them, don't have them work against you. So when you know what's coming up, what's bubbling up to the surface to be released, and you know how and when to do it, okay, full moon, let's release it, right? things have been triggering me, things have been building up within me for the last few days, weeks. Okay, go do a full moon ritual release ceremony, or go do your own. Go just have some ritual. Go do that tonight and release. Write down what you want to release and let it go. Burn the paper, rip it up, do something and let it go, because that's what full moons are about. It really does feel this one that something is definitely being let go of. However, it feels more an ending, and it's almost like about time, because there's some burden around it, and it's been something that's been dragging through the mud for some time. Let's get a couple more cards. Okay, so Four of Swords jumped out. Don't fly away. I got it. Yes. Happens when you feel outside, right? There's wind. Okay. Wow. Two of Chalices. So that's the Two of Cups. That's my twin flame soulmate card. This is definitely about another person. Okay. We have the Four of Swords right next to it. Whatever you think is going to come from the situation, I don't feel any action. And this could be the ending, right? Because there's the Tombstone, Four of Swords, there's no action energy. This could be the ending regarding some other person, okay? Two of Cups could also just be in a partnership. It could be a business partnership, a friendship, an ending of something, but I, as a reader, read it as that soulmate connection. So there could be somebody that you have close soul tie connections with, whether it's romance or not. That could be the ending, because whatever clarity or closure you're looking for, you might not get it, or that could be the conversation you need to have to get the closure. Something is coming to completion there. Okay. All right, let's grab a couple more oracles and see what else we got coming out. Let's grab one more from this deck, and then we'll move to the next. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Okay, blossoming, yes, but I feel like with that, really just be gentle with yourself. I feel like this is going to be a short message, and we probably won't need any clarifies, but we'll pull another oracle. So just be gentle with yourself, and really this is a time to ground, okay? So let's talk about this full moon. The full moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign. Really connect out to nature, okay? That's what the green is about in this card. Your root chakra may be a little bit affected more with the earth energies, and maybe you want to connect more with red and black colors to keep you grounded. However, it's really important to keep yourself grounded for your heart center, because there's a lot going on, okay? So maybe connect to nature, walk barefoot in the grass, whatever it is that you need to do. Go hug a tree, something. Whatever you have this grounding ritual, whatever you could do every day, connect with that, especially right now. However, Capricorns are like about the money. They are go-getters. They're going to go after what they want and achieve success, and they just keep going and going and going. So I think the grounding energy is also coming in, because you don't want to just be burnout and just chasing and chasing and chasing. Don't chase the money, become the vibration of money. Money was coming in there quickly. However, it's really just getting in divine harmony with you. She is wearing this white top, and she has the musical instrument by her throat, so maybe you clearing some blocks within there and just letting things flow, connecting with nature, connecting with your voice, connecting with the frequencies of the earth. I mean, everything's energy, right? What is energy? Just vibrations of frequency. There's the frequency, connecting with the frequency of earth, okay? Within yourself, right? Okay. Now let's grab this other oracle deck. Let's get a couple more messages. So we also have Jupiter, which just went retrograde on the 20th, was also the same day as the summer solstice. So maybe we'll touch on that with this deck, and we'll see what comes out. So what is the summer solstice? The summer solstice is, okay, think about this, spring. You plant your seeds, you put them in the garden, and you're waiting for your flowers to blossom. You're waiting for your fruits to harvest. You're waiting. It's first you got to plant the seeds. That's what the spring equinox is about. The summer solstice, you start to see it. Oh my God, this apple's ripe for the picking. That flower is blossoming. Things are, we got the blossoming card. Things are blossoming. Perfect. Okay, that's the perfect gateway to switch, because I was using this one oracle and I was like touching on the full moon energies, and all of a sudden I was like, let's go into the retrogrades, right? Because it's all planetary stuff. It's all astrological stuff, and this is important too to be touched on, because it's all happening within this week. So to have that blossoming card come out right when I was shifting in to talk about the summer solstice is a beautiful sign, okay? So yeah, so let's see if we can get a card on the summer solstice, because Now you may be seeing your hard work being paid off. It could just still be the beginning. This could be unfolding all summer long, throughout the summer solstice. This just started, like I said, the 20th. However, let's also talk about what happened also on Jupiter 20th. Jupiter 20th, that's where I was going, Jupiter. June 20th is the Jupiter retrograde, right? We got out of Mercury retrograde and we went into Jupiter retrograde, okay? So Jupiter, man, Jupiter is ruled by Pisces. I'm still sticking with that. I know some people are like, even though Pisces is in Neptune, Jupiter is still a Pisces planet to me. Okay, let's see what we got. Look at the big picture, full moon and Sagittarius. Okay, so Jupiter went retrograde. Let's talk about what Jupiter is. Jupiter rules your money, your finances, your career, your abundance, your prosperity, manifestation, money manifestations, all of that, right? External stuff, okay? However, what happens when it goes retrograde? It forces you to go inward. So we have all this outward stuff that we're manifesting that we can make tangible and bring into our abundant life, right? Jupiter's all about abundance. But however, when it goes backwards, you have to get in that alignment within yourself. You're going to do the work inside. You have to get the inner abundance first. So this is really good. This is a really lesser, there's no good or bad. But some people are like, oh my God, Mercury retrograde. It is what it is. You know, just work with it. Don't get too crazy and sign contracts and stuff, all that. It doesn't need to be anything to be feared. However, let's not go off on a tangent there. Okay, yeah, so Jupiter, I mean, use this time to go inward. Get your inner alignment in abundance. Become that vibration of what you want to attract. Wealth, money, career, success, finances, something, home. Like, and then when this is in alignment, then the rest can come to you because Jupiter will all take care of you externally, always, right? So look at the big picture. Okay, that's freaking perfect. I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards, but think about it like this, okay? How does energy work? How does law of attraction work? Really? It should be called law of vibration. Okay, and Page of Wands, the Chariot. Perfect. Okay, let me go off on this little tangent real quick, right? As I do. How does energy work? Okay, so look at the big picture. Everything is internal. Whatever happens internal is how your external will be perceived. If you are happy and you live in that positive state, that's all you're going to attract because you attract what you are, okay? Short, simple answer of law of attraction, but it's really all about vibration because what did I say? We're all energy. Energy is vibration, okay? So look at the big picture, okay? How do I want to manifest that Jupiter abundance? Well, I could sit here and work on the external, and I want this, and I want to do this job, and I want to move, and I'm going to chase this money, I'm going to do this money manifestation. Sure, go for it, great, all important to, you know, in law of attraction, to still take some action steps. However, the big picture, how does the real change happen? It comes from within. So that's perfect for the Jupiter retrograde because going within, getting this clear on this, clearing out these blocks, getting it into an internal alignment, this is the time to do it. Look at the big picture. You want a fast, shortcut success? Figure out your inner self first. Get that into alignment, and then the external will come, okay? It will come with the Chariot. Okay, this may be a process. I mean, Jupiter is going to be retrograde for a few months, so allow it to happen because there is good news at the end of this with the Page of Wands. Bringing me back to the moon, though, okay? So there might be, there's a shot for you to take something. Chase your goals. Chase your... Let go of your fears. Okay, so there's like this bow and arrow on this card, and that's what I was focused on because I was seeing the whole moon, and I was like, moon, 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 we need to go back to the moon, okay? So with the Chariot and the Page of Wands, let's look at the big picture. Also, what is it you're trying to manifest? What is the life you desire? What is it you want? So think about that, get clear on that. However, maybe go deeper. Maybe dream for the impossible. What is it you want, but you think you can't have? Why? Go chase your dreams to a new level. Maybe you're here and you're trying to manifest something here. Take that next step up. Try to manifest something up here. Feels like dig deep and dream big and reach high goals. It also does feel, because it feels like that's coming, but there might be some news coming in regarding this. Because I feel like the arrow, I feel like it's almost like an arrow of love though. There might be something being cleared with your heart chakra because I feel like the arrow is like hitting me in the heart and this person's here like, hey, I've been here all along. However, I think this is more the messenger of news. There might be somebody coming in to clear something up. Maybe that's that conversation, right? We had the Two of Cups, bringing it all back to what we just started in, right? So this might all be revolved around a conversation, news coming in, clearing something up, but I feel like it's more gonna free you in your heart chakra. Okay, let's grab a couple more. Perfect. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Perfect. Back to that Pisces. Let's actually talk about this with what's going on. Okay, we're gonna. Okay. One more thing I want to touch on, astrologically speaking. Neptune is going retrograde tomorrow on the 25th. So Neptune is actually the planet that rules Pisces. They say Jupiter used to. I still relate it. However, and they're going retrograde in Pisces. We have the new moon in Pisces card. That's why I felt, okay, let's talk about Neptune too. I don't know what's going to come out in the readings. I let spirit take over, but this was my sign. Let's talk about it, okay? Really quick, because there's other messages that are kind of wrapping me up to the moon. However, what is Neptune? Okay, Neptune. Think of Pisces. They're ethereal. They're dreamy. They're off in their head, okay? Here's the thing, though. With Neptune, because Neptune rules Pisces, Pisces can get lost in their head. Neptune can actually do that to anybody. It doesn't have to be Pisces. I just keep referencing as it going retrograde in Pisces in the card with that. Neptune can get you so lost in the daydreams that you get out of touch with reality, okay? It brings in delusions where you're living some fantasy world and not the real world, okay? Pisces have to be careful of that on a daily, but Neptune can bring that in for anybody. Okay, so the meditate and contemplate card with the new moon in Pisces, grounding is coming in, reality is coming in. It's great when Neptune goes retrograde because it actually grounds you into reality and you wake up from the delusions, the illusions of Neptune's dreamy ethereal energy anyways. So again, that's good to know astrologically speaking. However, and I'm going to pull a card in this, but I think I know where we're going with this because look at this, okay? We've got the two fish. I mean, Pisces are always a little confused. I'm a Pisces, so no shade. But they're swimming away from each other. We're in a circle and they're just chasing their tails, right? What's going on with Pisces, okay? So let's go back to that Two of Chalice. I feel like that's the center of this reading. It's all about the alignment between you and somebody else, whether it's a parent, a spouse, a friend, boyfriend, girl, whatever it is. There's somebody else. It's somebody with a close soulmate relationship. Take it if it's romance. If it's not, just we're all soulmates, right? So the soulmate could be anybody. Really meditate and contemplate. This feels the after effects. So maybe you have this conversation, maybe you get some clarity, now what? Maybe you get some closure, now what? Also, don't let whatever news comes in affect you because you may not hear what you want to hear, and it may, I don't want to say shake you up or rock your world a little bit, but here's the perfect way to explain what I'm feeling. Don't put expectations on it, because if you're expecting them to say or do a certain thing, you may not get that result. This is what it just feels like. It may, one second. Maybe the exact opposite of what you're expecting. However, I don't know, even with that, I don't know if this makes sense, but it feels like you may just get everything you ever wanted. But that meditate and contemplate kind of feels like if you do, you're about to get everything you want, you might be reevaluating. It's like, well, this is what I thought last year. This is the timeline I was on last year. I really wanted this more than anything. And now that it's here, and now that it's opportunity, I'm like, I'm in a different vibrational state. I'm in a different place in my life. Is this really what I want? So it feels very be careful about maybe what you say, especially with that person, because you might just get everything you want. And maybe that's that you weren't expecting it. Something about don't put them on a pedestal. Don't have any expectations when you go into this conversation. But again, just prepare yourself for every outcome, because you might get everything you want, but it feels like at the same time you might not want it anymore. But you might not get anything. Just whatever the outcome is of this conversation, because that's what it feels like. I said this is wrapped around. Just be prepared for it, good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. Just make peace with every possible scenario before you go and have this conversation, because that chapter is closing. Like I said, this is the completion energy. So regarding another person, It's time to let it go. It's time for you to move on. You've got bigger and better things that are coming into your reality. They may be here now, and this person may not be around for it anymore. So acceptance is key, and let go of any expectations. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and right next to it there's that little bell. You want to turn on that bell because I do daily videos, and I don't want you to miss out on any upcoming messages, because that message today just might be what you need to hear today. Also, if you got anything out of this reading, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. This way I know it resonated, okay? All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Be blessed.